Welcome to another episode in the Land Rover Drive garage series. In this episode we are looking at removing the exhaust studs from the head on my TD5 Defender. So I'm back in the garage and I'm about to change out the studs. Hopefully it's gonna go all right, and I can put on new studs and put on the manifold. But I'm a little bit afraid that they are going to break or snap off. But I'm going to take it easy and hopefully it's going to be okay. So let's get to it. So the studs has been soaking in some lubricant rust remover for I think almost 2 weeks now, so that should be pretty good. So the best way I know how to remove the bolts is to use just 2 nuts, spin them together and then use the inner nut to drag them out. So the outer nut is going to lock the inner nut to the bolt. I'm using the all exhaust manifold nuts to do this job. If you do, just check that they are not rounded off, so you don't have to struggle when you try to screw out the manifold stud. So I'm taking my time on the first bolt because I'm afraid of breaking it off and also ruining the threads on the bolt. I'm using a pipe wrench, which means that I get 4 sides on a 6-sided nut and not just 2 like you get on a regular wrench. Oh, I'm so afraid to ruin the bolt or to break them off. I don't want to be drilling because that's going to take a long time. I need my hammer. Be sure to put the nuts on before you start hammering, because there's always the chance that you're going to ruin the threads at the end, and you don't want to be in that situation where you can't get the nuts on. Yeah, so it came loose. At this point I'm getting a bit more optimistic about getting all the studs out. So I'm moving it back and forwards to loosen it up even more and adding some oil so it can go into the threads, making it much easier to get it out. Oh. So it gets my heart racing because I know all the time I spent removing the broken bolts. But I don't have time to do that because it's Sunday today, and on Wednesday we are going on a trip. So I need this ready to Wednesday. Yep, that's one. Now we need to get the next one. So I'll be doing the same procedure on every stud. 2 nuts, locking them up, using the hammer to shock the stud, and then moving it back and forwards, adding some oil, and then screwing it out. And so using the hammer really helped. That's good. The bolt is coming out fine. So that's 2. Only 5 5 more to go. Hopefully they are gonna be as easy, but we will see. Take that out. Not looking too bad. So far, so good. Just gonna continue with the same procedure, and hopefully we can get everyone out. Hammer. And it came loose, so that's good. Three studs are out, so there's only 4 left. This is going to be the worst one, because not because to get to, but if I break that one, the oil filter housing is in the way of the drill. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be okay. Not going to break this one as well. But let's find out. So I had trouble getting any momentum with the hammer, so I didn't shock the stud enough. So you're gonna see I'm going to have issues with getting this stud out. And hopefully okay, so the nuts are moving. The nuts are moving on the stud. They are not catching the stud, making it even harder to get it out. Since I didn't get any momentum the first time, I'm gonna try again and shock the stud. No, this is still stuck. Okay. The nuts are moving, but the bolt isn't. I just have to try and hammer it some more. Hopefully it's gonna come loose. Maybe I'm not enough to knock the bolt. At this point, I'm really afraid of the bolt is going to break off. So the bolt is moving. I'm hoping it's not broken. Kind of hard to feel. So here I'm using a super rust remover or a quick rust remover. The temperature on the gases or the fluid coming out is minus 40 degrees Celsius. It cools down the rust and dirt around the stud quickly, which creates cracks in the rust and in the dirt, which makes it easier to get it out. I don't think it's broken, and it's just sitting a bit more than the others. So that's 4 out of 7. That's cool. Let's see. So 3 bolts left. Hopefully they are going to be as easy. Do this a bit longer in than I usually did the last bolt, because I think I hit the nut instead of the bolt while hammering. So on this stud you're going to see me getting much more momentum on the hammer, which makes it much more easier to get out the stud afterwards. And it's loose. That's out. Woohoo! Just two more left. And the hardest part is done. So there were basically 4 nuts that were good to use for this job. So I have to get them off the studs either way. I think about halfway I switched out the nut for the other 2 that was good, because they were started to round off. So that's 5. Only 2 left. Hopefully it's gonna be done by tonight. So only 2 left. These 2. Hopefully. So I'm just gonna continue doing the same, using 2 nuts and knocking it with the hammer. And hopefully that is all that's needed. How many times have I said hopefully now? No, didn't feel enough. So it's moving. There's some rust, it looks like, all on the edge against the head. That's why it breaks off at the head. It's because it rusts and it loses its strength. Oh. Okay, that really got my heart pumping. So there's 1 more left now. So this last bolt is a bit different. You don't see the not threaded part as you do on the others. So on the studs you have a long end with threads and a short end. The short end goes into the head, like so. And then you have a part that's not threaded. And this one don't got it. So someone replaced 1 stud here and done something. So I'm gonna inspect here and check if if they've done something more, like put in some other threads, but it doesn't seem like they have. That's it. So it isn't centered, that bolt. So I need to just investigate that a bit more before I try and get that loose.